Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. So in today's video, we're going to be learning the basics of the paddle shifters on your Mustang. I have a 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed transmission, which means I've also got these paddle shifters. I like how Ford has made the paddle shifter standard across the board. Doesn't matter what trim you've got. If you've got the base, EcoBoost, V6, or the GT, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got an automatic transmission, you have paddle shifters for your S550 Mustang generation, which to be honest really makes for an interesting drive and a fun drive in your automatic Mustang. Previously, you had to kind of get a manual transmission to have any sort of fun, and with MT82 having issues, you were kind of stuck in the middle. So today I want to discuss the basics of the paddle shifters in your Mustang, whether you've got the Mustang EcoBoost, Mustang GT, so you can kind of learn the basics and apply them as you go. I have done in-depth tutorials on how to use the paddle shifter in terms of upshifting, downshifting, and while obviously that part is really fun, people kind of overlook learning the basics of the paddle shifter, which can be crucial to make sure there's no engine damage as you're trying to get used to with the paddle shifters. It's kind of like taking driver's ed before driving. Everyone wants to go out and drive because that is the fun part, but no one wants to read through, you know, the manuals and the procedures and the laws and everything. That seems all boring. You just want to go out on the road and have some fun. Well, today we're going to be doing the basics of the paddle shifters, so that way you can truly enjoy your Mustang without worrying about any engine issues. So in this video, we're going to be covering the basics of the paddle shifters, how the drive modes impact the paddle shifter operation, and what to do with the paddle shifter when you're in drive or sport mode. Well, here's the steering wheel on my 2019 Mustang GT, which should be identical, near identical to any Mustang steering wheel you're looking at from the S550 Mustang generation. I, of course, have these paddle shifter extensions that are not stock, but if you wanted to try these out, I'll leave a link in the description. And I've had them for about a year or so. I'm pretty impressed with the quality. I do enjoy using them, so make sure to check it out if you're interested in that. Well, here are the paddle shifters. You've obviously got the plus, which is used to go up a gear. You pull it towards you to upshift, which means basically going up a gear. And then here you've got the minus one, which is the downshifting button. So you pull it towards you to go down a gear to drop it into a lower gear. While that seems pretty straightforward, it's great knowledge to have, especially if you've never used the paddle shifters. Now, my Mustang's equipped with all these drive modes. So I've got basically Sport Plus, track, drag strip mode, and snow and wet mode. And this is obviously your normal mode. And here we also have drive, which is gonna be drive here, but you've also got the sport mode, which operates slightly different than what it would in drive mode. All right, now that we've got the basics out of the way, I'm gonna go on the road and demonstrate how it behaves in different drive modes and also what it does when you've got the selector in D versus S. With that being said, let's go on the road and have some fun. All right, so we're gonna start with the drive mode, which is the normal mode, and I'll use the paddle shifters on that. Then I'll switch the different drive modes. I'll do it in Sport Plus mode, but it's pretty consistent with other modes as well. And then finally, we're gonna switch to sport mode on the selector here, which drastically changes how the paddle shifters are operated compared to the other modes. So that will be pretty crucial to learn just how it behaves in that mode. Alright, so we're on the road now. I'm on 6th gear currently. I'm in drive mode, which is the normal mode. I'm going to engage the paddle shifters by tapping onto the paddles. It can be plus or minus. I'll do the minus here. I'm in 6th gear now. Drop it to 5th. Have some fun. Now, the thing with the drive mode is that if you don't use the paddle shifters for a little bit, it's gonna revert back, which is a good feature if you're just having fun, but you don't really know how it works. As you can see, I'm in 7th gear, still got the paddles here, but it's gonna recognize I'm not using the paddle shifters, and it will revert back to automatic shifting. There you go. You saw it jump to 8th gear. The paddle shifter sign is gone. Now it's 9th gear, so it's completely automatic now. Now, similarly, now I'm gonna go ahead and change the mode, so I'll put it into sport mode. So this obviously changes the throttle response and how the car behaves. As you can see, it dropped 2 gears right away, even though I was going the same miles per hour. But if I get on it a little bit, you know, we'll shift much quicker. But let's engage the paddle shifters. Drop it to 7, drop it to 6th. Have a little fun with it. I'm gonna go to 7th gear now. And drop it to 6. So you can see it's still engaged into the paddle shifters, but it's same as the normal mode. Even though you would think the Sport Plus mode will give you full control, you just saw it switched back to 7th and 8th gear. I recognize I wasn't using the paddle shifters, so the computer takes over, which in my opinion can be a little bit annoying. If you're in a windy roads, you want to hold the gear, you can't do that. However, you've got a sport mode, which is a selector here, which gives you completely manual control, and I'll demo this right now. As I'm going to put it into sport mode now. You can see it's S for sport now. We'll let the car pass. Now the drive mode selected still Sport Plus. I can switch it back to normal, but the important part is that I have selected S mode on my transmission selector here. So let's go ahead and drop it. The response on these paddle shifters is just so quick. Now I've left it in 6th gear. I'm not gonna touch the paddles and just let it be. And you're gonna see it's not gonna change the gear. It's gonna keep it in 6th gear. Whereas as you saw previously, if you had drive mode selected or even the normal mode, it would just come out of paddle shifter mode. Here, it's not gonna do that. And then even the only time it's gonna change the gears for you is if you're coming to a stoplight, and it's gonna drop the gears for you, which I'll demo in a little bit. You can see, I mean, it's been a little while since I've used the paddle shifters actively. It's still holding the 6th gear for me. So we've got a light coming up here. As you can see, I'm in 6th gear. The paddle modes are still activated. All I'm doing is just holding brakes now, and you'll see it's gonna drop the gears for me, and that's the same with the drive modes too, or the normal mode. Still 6, dropped it to 5, 4, back to the 1st gear. I did not touch the paddles at all, which in my opinion is a very neat feature because you don't have to worry about downshifting as you're coming to a stop. It can be fun, but you don't have to worry about it and just use it. But now if I do it like this, I will still need to use the paddles. Well guys, that's all I've got for the basics of the paddle shifters in your Mustang. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, comment below if you like using the paddle shifters in your Mustang, and as always, subscribe to Red 50 for more Mustang content.